And we're going to start right away with the head and the neck and some nice deep breaths. So we're going to take a breath in and just lift your head up, look up to the sky. And then tuck your chin down and look towards the floor. And we're going to do that a few times. Breathe in, look up. And exhale. Oh, look who's coming by. And tuck the chin down. A little company there. Take a breath in. And exhale and bring the head down. And we're going to go one more with each inhale. Lift the head up, open the chest. Exhale, bring the head down. And back to neutral. We're going to turn the head all the way to the left and stretch your eyes, neck, shoulder, and take it the other way. I want you to just notice today, what's your range of motion from side to side? Does one side of my neck feel better than the other? Is there any tension there? One more in each direction. So rotational muscles there. And back to center. Good. And then we're going to go side to side, which is one of the more important ones that we do because this is where we get really tight from life and stress and whatnot. And we're going to go one more in each direction. And then from there, we're going to go into the half circles around. So I covered all your movements in the neck. And chin down and up. And just let your head float down and up. You want to notice any dizziness if it comes up. Just let me know. One more. Let's go in each direction one more time. Doesn't that feel nice? So you get a nice range here and then back to center. Excellent. Now from here, we're going to go forward, down, and back. I want you to just go as far down as you want or not. And just give a look-see to how your back feels today. And you can even exaggerate a little bit. One more. And then we'll take it in the other direction. About 4 or 5 times is good. And this one kind of gives you a little indication of how your tightness between your low back and your hips is. And one more. There we go. Now you're going to take your right leg and keep it where it is. Left leg's going to go out to the side. And we're going to focus today a little bit on some laterals. So we're going to reach up with the left arm. And you're going to bend into it and stretch over to the side. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hand to your shin. You're going to like this one. And then reach up and over. Oh yeah. I'm going to do that again. So you reach your hand down. And you kind of even like, see how I'm taking my arm to the floor. But I want to keep that left leg down. Good. And this one's called the mermaid. We're going to breathe in. And you want to do about 5 or 6 of them. And this warms up the side waist, hips, and some really deep muscles in the pelvis, hip, and inner thigh. And we'll do one more. Hi, Tim. And then when you come up on the last one, you're going to stay right here, bend your elbow, reach for your elbow if you can, and then look over to the left. I know it's a lot of little things here. And we'll take about 5 deep breaths, but try to lift your ribs up. There you go. And turn your head towards your armpit a little bit. So the breathing is into that right rib cage. And then you're pushing that other hip down. And we got one more. And when you finish with that one, we'll reach both arms up. Inhale. Rotate towards the floor with both hands. And you're going to twist and try to come down towards the floor. I've got a cat here, so I'm just going to go up to the cat. And then look over your shoulder and come up. And you want to do that a few times. Bring your head down. Hi, Tim. And look over to the side. Can you see him? And 2 more. Head down. And rotate. So it looks like I'm not doing a whole lot, but I am. And the last one, I want you to take your elbows down to the floor as far as you can and just see if you can get your head down. And I'll just put my head on Timmy's back. Now stay there and rotate through the rib cage. Take about 4 more breaths. Close your eyes. And just feel the back side of your body. The sides of the rib cage. And 1 more breath here. And then you push yourself up. We float back over to the side. Give it 1 more stretch here. And then turn towards that bent knee. Rotate all the way to the left. And we're going to stay here. And you're going to take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Look to the back of the room, okay? And try to lift your shoulders up. Yeah. So you want to feel like you're twisting a cork out of a bottle so that the body feels like it's lifting up and away towards the sky. Okay, 1 more breath here. Give it a really good rotation. And then we'll unwind from there. And then you simply go to the other side. So it's not that crazy, but it is a little bit of a sequence. Really good for your back though. So your hand's going to go to the floor. And then you just kind of give it a little stretch to the side. You're going to notice one side's going to be easier than the other. So for me, this side's a little bit easier. And then I just take it down a little further. But I'm pushing my right leg into the ground. And try not to let it come up if I can help it. And then we do about 3 more. Inhale. Oh, big breath. And then float up. Good. 2 more. Big breath. Oh, and float up. Okay, 1 more. And on the last one, we're going to stay in position. Bend the elbow behind you. Reach. Try to thrust your chest upward. Good. And then turn your head. I know then there's more. Chin towards the armpit so you're looking back. And then just keep bending over like a C shape here. And we'll take 3 more deep breaths. Keep looking up to the sky and chin to the armpit. Just get that nice deep breath here in the ribs. 1 more, chest up. And exhale, come down. Reach the arms up. And turn. Oh, okay, so now we got the next one. Ear goes down towards the floor. I want to see you do that about 4 times. Right, so I'm twisting. And that's okay on your back so far, yeah?
Yep, good.
All right. It should really, you should feel like once we finish this, much looser. Okay, and then the last one, you just stay down, get as low as you can get. And then just stay there for about 5 breaths. The same time your arms and head are down, your right leg is pushing into the ground. I just want to feel like your body, inch by inch, starts to drop into the floor. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And 1 more. And then when you push yourself up, you go back to over to the sides. You have to make it pretty. And then turn towards the bent knee. Oh! And see if you can turn your head now all the way to the left. Yep. And stay there. Go ahead and put your hand down to your thigh. Use your hand to pull the thigh a little bit. And take another few breaths here. So you feel the difference from side to side? A little bit maybe? And we're going to float back around on the next breath. Ooh, and then come to the hands and the knees. So we'll get a mat issue here. All right, and then of course my favorite, let's tuck the toes under like that. So you stretch them out, pull the belly in and lift your spine as high as you can to the ceiling. And cow pose, we're gonna go in the other direction and extend. And exhale, pull in and up on the navel center. Let me see you do that. Breathe in and look up. Exhale, pull up, stretch the back. And inhale, look up. Let's do 2 more of those. Exhale, pull the lower belly up. And the other direction. Last one. Good. And then release the tops of your feet down. Sit back towards your heels as far as you're comfortable. You don't have to get it all the way back down there, but head goes to the floor. And then we just want to stay there and just give our hips a little rocking side to side. All right. We'll take a nice deep breath here, one more. Come back up to the hands and the knees. Pick up your right arm, and reach up and look up to the ceiling. And then keep your hand there and just turn your head down. Keeping the arm in place, turn the head up and look down and look up. One more time, remember to breathe naturally here. Good, and then we're going to swing that arm around 4 times in a circle. On the last one, you're going to reach out, balance, and pick up the opposite leg. Hold it here. Take a few breaths. Let's take 3 more here. Spinal balance. Pull that belly in a little bit. And then there's more. Now we're going to slowly bring the elbow to the knee underneath the body. And 5 times for balance. Inhale. And pull the belly in. Tighten. And then inhale, release. Pull and tighten. And release. Let's do 2 more here. Pull. And tighten. 1 more. Lower the hand. Lower the knee. Then go ahead and sit back again. Take your head down and notice if you're a little bit looser on that right or left hip. And give it a little rock there. Ooh. All right, let's go back. So now I want to start over again. I want to go back into my cat stretch. So I'm going to have a whole sequence. And we'll start from 5 cats and cows. There's a method to the madness, believe it or not. 2, head up. And again. And lift. And 1 more time. So once you get to that last one, we'll find neutral. So I'm going to be kind of looking in the other direction. You're going to reach up now with your other arm. So it'll be your left arm. And then we're going to look up to the hand. And 4 times I'm going to look down. I'm going to hold the position with the rest of my body as I turn my head. And 2 more times. On the last one, I'm going to circle my arm back 4 times. 1, 2, 3. On the last one, I'm going to float into a balance for the spine. And stay there for a few breaths. Very good. We got this. All right, hold everything tight. And now bring your elbow to your knee under the body. Tighten your abs here. And then release 5 times. Pull, hold, and reach. Pull. 2 more. 1 more. Lower the hand, lower the knee. We're going to drop to the elbows. Clasp the hands. Press up into dolphin. So dolphin is where your forearms are pushing down and your heels are pressing down, looking toward the kneecaps. Just go ahead and close your eyes. And let's take 5 deep breaths here. And just kind of straighten the knees, bend them a little bit. Let the back of your neck release. And give it a really good stretch. Imagine your heels are going to touch the ground. And 1 more. And we're lowered to the knees. And 1 more back into child's pose. And then see if you're a little looser here. So for example, my head's now closer to the ground than it was that first child's pose that we did, right? Okay, transition from there. Back into downward facing dog, pressing the heels down, stretching the arms this time. If it doesn't bother your back, you're going to take your left hand and reach it towards your right ankle, looking through the armpits. And we're going to take 5 breaths here. 1. Inhale, exhale. And 2. Ooh. That's it. 2 more breaths. Now before we go to the other side, just go ahead and put your hand down. Shift your weight into the plank. And then back up. Let's do that again. Coming into a plank. Back to downward dog. Now take your other hand, your right hand, and see if you can touch your ankle. If you're not touching the ankle, just try to reach for your foot, the opposite foot. Level out those hips. And we got 1 or 2 more breaths here. Ooh. Okay, and then hand goes back to the floor. We're going to shift into plank again, 2 times. And just notice how much better you're feeling there. And from downward dog, walk your hands back to your feet. Soften the knees. So serious today. Bring your head down toward your knees. And hold the big toes as you stretch your tail up. And your head down. And let's do like a little bit of shifting of weight. Heels to toes. Heels to toes. That's it. And then slowly roll up. Standing in mountain. Clasp your hands back and behind you like that. There you go. Hair in my mouth. And it's just mine. All right. Elbows coming in. Woo. And then we're going to straighten them out 4 times. So I want to slide up, pull forward, right? Bring them back and down. Okay, 1 more. Slide the hands up, forward, in, and then keep the hands like that. But now we're going to separate the feet. Ooh. Okay, now lift your arms. Soften the knees, hold your belly really tight here. Take the head down towards the floor. Excellent. And let's see if we can reach the arms up and hold it for another 4 or 5 breaths. Excellent. Lift and lower your toes a couple times to make sure they're not gripping too hard, but you're still pushing your feet down. And then we're pretending that somebody's pulling our arms up. which we like. All right, 2 more breaths. The active imagination. Now lower your hands to the floor and roll up with your spine 1 vertebra at a time. Ooh, take both hands up, turn out the toes, and sit all the way down. We're gonna do this 4 times before we hold it. Inhale, and then down. I think this one's called like the sunflower or something like that. I forgot the name of it. 2. Ooh. 1 more down and up. So you're just getting those hips ready. And then hold it down. So you, instead of going all the way to the ground, we're going halfway, and then you're pushing out the knees. Yep. And we're gonna take 5 breaths. 1, inhale, exhale. You can do it. 2, 3, 4, really drop into the hips, and then press back up. Ooh, bring the arms out to the side. Turn out your right foot, turn your left foot in. We're gonna go into Trikonasana, the triangle. So do to shift your hip back to the left, slide your right hand to your ankle or the floor, and then we'll rotate the head up and hold the arm and the head in that position. And this one, you would think about your ankles, right? Remember your ankle, we want to get that to stay nice and strong and stable. And 2 more breaths. Whew. All right, keep the positioning of your legs. Reach your arm up and over your head. And let's imagine somebody's pulling our fingers away from us. And then we're pressing that right and left foot into the ground. Whew. Perfect. 2 more breaths. Hang in there. And 1 more. All right, and then our transition just brings us up slowly. Bend the front knee a little bit. Reach back. That's it. Bend the elbow. And just like we did in the warm-up, you're going to give it a nice little stretch. So you see I have a little bend in the knee, but it's not too crazy. And then we go back to the center. Inhale, reach up, turn out the toes. And we're going to go down and up again 4 times before we go to the other side. So I'm just kind of resetting everything back to the center. That's it. Now I hope you're warm because I am already. All right, here we go. Stay down, William. 5 breaths here. Chest lifted. Yeah, get into those hips. All right. 3 more. Belly pulled in. Should be easy. All right, and then we press up. And this time we turn out the left foot, turn in the right foot. I want to push my hips back as I reach. Slide down to the ankle. It's the same sequence on the other side. Looking up. And you know, if it bothers your neck at all, just look down to the floor. All right, so let's get into our feet. Make sure your ankles are stable. Hips moving back. Arm reaching up. All right, turn the palm towards the floor as your arm goes over. All right, let's pretend somebody's pulling our fingers out and our hip moving back. So instead of this, it's very subtle, right? But I'm reaching, elongating. All right, so we got a nice transition coming up. We're gonna reach up and then slowly slide up. Bring the hands together and step into your left foot. Find your balance and have your leg to the side. Good. Now from the side, you're going to bring it across. I'm going to try not to kick anything. 4 times like this. 1, 2. So I'm keeping my belly in. 3. That's it. Then on the last one, you have your leg forward. Bring it onto your thigh. Flex the heel, find your balance. And then your second option here is to sit down again. Ooh. Okay, we're going to take another 4 or 5 breaths. I don't like to just keep my hands right there. With a little connection to my heart today. Okay, 1 more breath. Keep your balance, look at a spot, reach up. Then you're going to step onto your right foot. Lift the left leg to the side, hands back to the heart. Keeping our balance. And bring that leg across 4 times. And back. Good. And across. Look at your spot and back. Across. Very good. And back. 1 more time across. And back. Then the leg comes across and up on the thigh. And then just find yourself sitting down. Now gaze at that one spot and take another 4 breaths. Just count your breaths in your mind. 2 more. And our last breath here, transitioning up. Bring the hands down to the thighs. Slide down to your toes. And one more time, grabbing the big toes and taking the head down. And then just shake your head and rock your hips out a little bit. Woo. Good job. Transition from there into downward facing dog, stepping back. And just notice how much looser you're feeling. And we're lower to the knees and come up like that. So I want you to watch your low back on this next one, okay? And we'll do it in a little bit of a sequence so that we make sure it's not pinching too much in any way. So start with your hands at your hips, tuck the toes, okay? Tighten your butt, lift it up, okay? And did you know you can get like shots in your ass now to lift it up? Just saying.
Do it.
It's a new. I saw guys getting it online yesterday. And then come back up. I'm not saying that you need shots in your ass. Just saying it's a thing. It turns out. All right. Reach back with your hands. It's like a Brazilian butt lift for guys. All right. Now open your chest. And then we're going to watch out for the neck. So when my neck is tight, I just tuck it towards the chin a little bit. But when it's feeling good, I let it drop back. So you just have to play with it. Good. Take another breath or 2. And just decide which way your neck feels better. Squeeze the buttocks. And then walk your hands up. And then we're going to go right into the child's pose. Open your knees a little bit to the side so that you can allow your chest to come through. And just a little bit of rocking there. And that feels so nice. 2 more breaths. Okay, 1 more. And we're going to transition from there. Walk the hands up and swing the legs around. Woo. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a roll. So width about halfway down and across the arms. And we're just gonna do a little, I want you to watch your low back on this one, but just go back a little ways. And then inhale, bring the arms straight up to staff pose. Cross your arms and go back. Breathe in and up. 2 more times. Cross, hold, and lift. On the last one, you're going to stay back here. Pick up the right, pick up the left, reach the arms out for both, and take 5 breaths. 1, 2, hang in there, 3, 4, cross the arms, 5, lower the legs, reach up, flex the heels, and reach all the way to your toes. To try and pull up on those toes. And then gently rock your hips right and left. Woo. All right, 1 more breath. All right, let's go ahead and roll all the way down. Watch your back there. Tilt your camera down. Good. Pick up the right leg and reach for the back thigh. Good. Flex your heel and point and flex. Point 2 more times. So you want to have a nice line there and circle the ankle and circle the other way. Beautiful. And if it doesn't bother your neck, you're going to walk your hands up to the ankle and we're going to give it this little extra pull, but your other leg is down on the ground. But just stay there for a couple of extra breaths. Okay, transition, bringing the head down, bend the knee, cross over to the other side. Watch out for your space there. I have a wall here, so I have to be a little more careful. And we're going to look over away from the leg. And then just breathe into the side of your rib cage. You can even put your hand there if you want, so that you can feel the inside of your body. It's like an inner shower. You want to feel like everything is being cleansed from the inside out. Just let that breath, it's like scrubbing bubbles. It's like going in and just cleaning everything up. And 2 more breaths. You can even push the leg down. Great. On the next exhale, come back to center. Adjust your feet, knees, and lift your head all the way up to your knees. Now we're going to extend the other leg out and switch sides. So you've got your other leg to the ceiling. And then flex and point. Separate your toes a little bit. And now we're going to circle our ankle. And circle the other way. Take some nice deep breaths. Let it be easy. Perfect. Now keep the leg where it is. Go into point. Walk your hands up to your ankle. And see if you can lift your head towards your knee as you keep the other leg flat on the ground. Shoulder blades down away from the ears. All right, head down first. Knee bends. And we're going to cross the midline of the body, taking that leg over to the floor. And then go ahead and look away from the leg. And on this one, if you need to rock a little bit to just get the muscles to loosen up, that's fine. And then just close your eyes and take another 3, 4 breaths here. And just try to lengthen. 2 more big breaths. And 1 more. Good. Gradually bring it back. And now we're going to go happy baby, sliding the legs in and grabbing onto the big toes. My favorite one, head down. Start with the legs bent at 90 degrees at the knee. Imprint your back and tailbone and back of the neck into the floor. And then you can start to play around with the tension behind the knees by straightening and flexing. And we'll just do that a few times. We got 1 more. Ooh. And bend your knees in. And hold the tops of the knees and just give them some nice big circles around. Oh yeah. 2 more. And go the other way if you haven't. Good. And then we'll lower the feet and lift the hips all the way up. Walk your hands under your body. Press your hips up to the ceiling. And hold the position, bridge pose. And let yourself start to relax a little more in the position. 3 more breaths. Go ahead and squeeze the buttocks muscles. Push those arms down, little more. Give it 1 more little inch there up. An inch makes a difference. And we're going to let the hands go and roll down. Whew. Okay. Let's go ahead and extend the legs out across the mat. You can put your hands right across your belly. And we're going to close our eyes. I'm going to take a few breaths here and just get our minds into a nice relaxed place for a few minutes. Put some different music on, a little more relaxing. And just concentrate on your breathing in through the nose today and out through the nose. Allow your eyelids to drop down. Let the weight of the muscles of your face relax. And just take a moment to notice your thoughts. And just notice the spaces between the thoughts. Knowing that another thought's going to appear. And that's okay. Just coming back to the breathing. Just for today. That little bit of background noise. Little bit of sound. Just the one big breath here. Hold it for a moment and slowly exhale. And again, a big breath here. Hold it and slowly exhale. One more. Slowly exhale. And take a moment to thank your body, sending a wave of gratitude from head to toe. Starting to stretch our arms now over the head. And just feel the areas under the armpit, ribs open up on the next inhale. And rolling to either side to sit up. And then coming back into a cross-legged or kneeling position. Ooh, and then we'll take the head to the right and left a few times. And half circle. You can't do that one enough, right? Good. And then from there, we're going to cross the right arm to the left. And then we'll stretch the neck again. Switch arms. Pull the other arm in. You start by taking the head to the side. The other side. And center. Bring the hands back. Clasp them one more time. Lift the chest. And open it up. Take a few breaths here. So you're ready for your day with a nice open heart. Mahalo, aloha, and namaste.
Hey.
Good job. God, I love those. I love doing privates.